Three beautiful beginner-friendly eyeshadow looks that you can achieve in less than 5 minutes. I'm going to start with the Milani concealer to prime my lids. I'm going to buff it out with a concealer brush by Laura Geller. I'm going to dip it into this deeper brown shade, stamp it in the outer corner, then carve out my crease. And then I'm also going to use it in the outer half of my lower lash line. Using the Rose & Ben Beauty C31 brush, I'm going to start dabbing over this. I'm using very light pressure, and that is going to spread that eyeshadow out, so it's going to buff it out and blend it out. So basically, instead of you putting in the effort and blending it out, the brush is working for you. I'm going to keep dabbing till I'm happy with the blend. I'm going to dip in this black eyeshadow and I'm going to simply place it in the outer V. I'm going to again dab over this to blend it out with the first eyeshadow that we used as transition. I'm going to use that black eyeshadow in my lower lash line as well, very close to the lashes. I'm just swiping the sponge tip applicator a couple times so it looks smoky. Then I'm taking my favorite universally flattering highlighter in Flash. With a flat shader brush, I'm going to apply it to the inner half of the lid, blending it out with the other eyeshadows in the outer corner. This eyeshadow has a cream to powder formula. It melts like butter and you can use it all over your face. I'm also going to highlight my inner corner and brow bones with Flash. I'm going to use a little bit more of the black eyeshadow with the sponge tip applicator and swipe it across my lash line to get a smoky liner. Time to finish up, so I'm going to first curl my lashes with the Sally Hansen curler, and for mascara, the HD Volumizing Mascara by Ofra Cosmetics. And here it is, a stunning beginner-friendly smoky eye that gets done in less than 5 minutes with just a couple simple products. Spotlight eyes, one of my favorite techniques to do, especially on hooded eyes. Dipping into the same deep brown eyeshadow and placing it in the inner and outer corners of my upper and lower lash lines. As I did with the smoky eye, I'm going to dab and blend this out, and that is going to soften everything up. That's also going to diffuse the eyeshadow beautifully while we leave the center of the eyelid open for that spotlight. I'm going to use a black eye pencil in the corners to deepen it. This is the Black Kohl pencil by House Labs. I'm going to be using it in my waterline and my lash line, but just in the corners. Using the sponge tip, I'm going to smudge this out. Once you start smudging this out, you'll see that it'll blend beautifully with the other eyeshadow and it'll look deepest in the corners, but as it moves upward and outward, it diffuses into a beautiful ombre. With that spotlight effect right in the center, I'm going to be using Flash again. This is the perfect highlighter to use for a look like this, and I'm going to apply it with my finger and blend it out. I'm also going to be repeating it in the center of my lower lash line, but I'm going to be using the sponge tip because it packs a punch. It's time to finish up with some mascara. Again, I'm curling my lashes with the Sally Hansen curler, and for mascara, again, I'm going to be using the HD Volumizing Mascara by Ofra Cosmetics. There's something so mysterious and sultry about a look like this. Next, we have the Foxy Eye, which is still trending. For this, I'm going to be using a sticky tape in the outer corner as an extension of my lower lash line. This is going to make everything so much more easier because it acts as a stencil in the outer corner. With the sponge tip, I'm going to first swipe the brown eyeshadow, and then I'm going to swipe that black eyeshadow right underneath it. And then I'm going to dab and blend everything together so we get a nice ombre deepest in the outer corner closer to my lash line, and as it moves upward and outward, it becomes lighter and lighter. Now, of course, I'm using a brown eyeshadow here. If you prefer, you can also use a bronzer. And because we are blending everything upward and outward, it gives a beautiful elongated eye look. It's time to get that tape off and reveal the outer corner. As you can see, it looks beautifully elongated. I'm going to be using a little bit of concealer to clean up underneath. Picking up the Stunner Flash, I'm going to be applying it in the inner half of my lid with a flat shader brush and blending it out with the shadows in the outer corner. Using an angled brush, I'm going to pull out a small wing in the outer corner with some black eyeshadow and later sharpen it with my nail. With the same angled brush, I'm also going to extend the inner corner and later apply that black eyeshadow in the very outer corner of my lower lash line. Highlighting my brow bone again with Flash before I curl my lashes and apply some mascara. And while applying mascara, I'm pushing my lashes outward and upward, so that way it's in sync with the eyeshadows that we pushed outward and upward. And there we have it, my friends. In less than 5 minutes, you can create stunning eyeshadow looks with just a couple products. We have a beautiful smoky eye, a sultry spotlight eye, as well as a stunning foxy eye. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon with a brand new one. Bye, guys.